welcome to the Kellogg Biological Station Exploring with Scientists. Do birds avoid noisy habitats? This is part one, and I'm going to talk about careers and how to get started in science. My name is Elizeth, and I am a PhD student at Michigan State University. You notice I have an accent, so when you see words in blue, that's going to be the Spanish translation because Spanish is my first language. Before coming to Michigan State, I was doing my master's degree at Boise State University in the Barber Sensory Ecology Lab. This lab is in the biology department, and there we study how noise pollution alters ecosystems, specifically in my case, bird communities. When I came to Michigan State, I started working in the Wetzel lab in the entomology department. And at Michigan State, I study how climate change alters ecosystems, specifically plant communities. But for this series, I'm going to focus on my work that I did at Boise State University, since most of my background is working with birds. So what kind of scientist am I? I'm an ornithologist or ornithologa, and that is someone who studies bird biology. As you can see in the picture, I'm holding a hawk. That's a Swainson's hawk, and that was for a job where I was monitoring hawk migration. It was a really cool job, and I got to see so many cool birds. This was in Idaho. But I also consider myself an ecologist other than an ornithologist, or ecologa, and that is someone who studies how species interact with each other and the environment along time and space. We're going to focus on ornithologists, but at the end of the series, I'm going to explain why I also consider myself an ecologist. So now, how did I get into this? Why did I start studying birds, or how did I get into science? So I grew up mostly in Spain, and that is the top left picture. And as you can see, it's very mountainous, and it has really cool natural areas. But I didn't really have access to all these places, and I didn't go to the mountains a lot. For example, I never went camping until I was in my early 20s or something like that. So I had no idea what it was to be in a tent in the woods. The only kind of like contact that I had, maybe not with nature, but with animals, was in Mexico. My mom is Mexican, and when we went to Mexico, I always loved to visit the ranch that my family was working at. They had a lot of cows and sheep, and I just loved spending time there and spending time with animals. But other than that, I think for myself, this curiosity for animals and nature came from watching documentaries, like the documentaries you see on National Geographic and Discovery Channel. I remember watching all these documentaries and thinking, oh, I want to be that person. Oh, I want to be, I don't know, that scientist climbing up a tree just to see this like one bird or something like that. But also, I have to say that growing up, I thought that because I had this curiosity and this passion for animals, I should go to vet school. But I realized that I didn't want to cure animals, I wanted to know them. And it wasn't until later in high school that I realized that biology was a career. And within biology, there were so many options to be a scientist and to study animals. So as you can see, I don't think there's like a clear path or like a right way to become a scientist. Probably all of us come from different backgrounds, and everyone has a reason for like why they wanted to become a scientist.